to say this is not for everybody. It's not. I come to terms with it. It's 2025. This is not for everybody. So if you are looking for free money, if you're looking for some situation where you just, like looking at these gurus that's driving these Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, Lamborghinis, and you think you can make $1 million in a year just like them, 20,000 a month, within a month just like them, this is not the video for you. Okay, this is not the video for you. You want to enter real estate. You have no money or low money, I should say. You want to enter real estate, and you already done tried wholesaling. You done tried all this type of stuff, and it's not to talk bad about wholesaling. If you want somewhere to live, and you want to enter real estate, I'm telling you guys, you have to downsize to land, which is actually an upgrade to me, because living on the land is amazing. You have to downsize to land, living on the land. You have to downsize to living off the land and on the land. Okay? I'm telling you, what you are going to do, I'm going to give you guys a game straight. First year, 2025, I'm going to give you guys so many gems in this video, it's ridiculous. I'm going to give you guys a game straight. Okay? You have to find a company, one of these companies that owner finance land. Okay, you have a lot of them out here. Discount Lots, cheapeasyland.com. You have a lot of them out here. But you have to know how to do your due diligence on those websites, because they're not going to do it for you. Matter of fact, they're going to tell you stuff that's misleading. They're going to tell you can put an RV on there and do this and do that. You can't do it. Okay? They never been to the land. The land is wet a lot of times. There's no roads. It's landlocked. Like, you don't even know what you don't know. Okay? Or if you have a particular land, you have to know how to negotiate with the owner and educate the owner to allow you to buy owner finance. Okay? Or if you do like me and go directly to the tax deed sales, I show you guys how to buy from the tax deed sales and get the financing. I already have the lenders willing to finance you if you buy a property from the tax deed sale. The reason why these lenders are willing to finance you with no credit or anything if you buy a property from a tax deed sale, because if you buy a property from the tax deed sale, that saves them from having to go buy it, then sell it to you. Come to them with the property and you're the customer, the end customer, okay, it's a win-win for them. Okay? All they're going to do is charge you. Yes, they're going to charge you some high-ass interest, but if you pay it off early enough, you won't really feel it. All right? So, you're basically going to end up paying whatever, like 18% interest or something like that, 20% interest. But, and fees and whatever. But like I say, if you pay it off early, you're not going to feel it. All right? Once you do that, once you have your land, you bid on your land, you put your down payment or your bidding money on your land, this is not going to cost you a whole lot, maybe $500 max for like an acre of land in an average rural farming area. And what I'm talking about is not city land, it's rural land, country land. Okay, I don't really deal that much with the city. All you can buy in a lot of cities, okay, but obviously the more you're in the city, the higher the price. Okay, you're talking about $80,000 and $100,000 for a little piece of land in the city. Okay, what I'm talking about is country, rural land. This is for people that want to go back to the country, want to go back to the land, want to be farmers, ranchers, tired of the hustle and bustle, tired of the rat race, want to get out the matrix. This is who I deal with. This is not for everybody. Okay? If you want to live the fast life and, here and be scammed by a lot of these gurus and then become a scammer yourself, like, there's so many people, man, it's ridiculous. It is so many people that basically in 2020 came out here, became gurus overnight, and scammed so many people. It's ridiculous. You know, these gurus was selling consultations and training, and I mean, and they even tried to scam me. You know, they wasn't cheap. They was hitting people on the head $1,500 a pop or better. You know, and y'all fed into that stuff. You know, y'all fed into that stuff. And now all them gurus are going away. A lot of them going to jail and stuff like that. You know, they were telling you, oh, I can get you instant credit, blah, blah, blah. They were telling you just do this. A lot of y'all fell for the Toro, getting some cars, putting on Toro and stuff like that, and being a rental car company. You have to get the logistics. It's not that simple as how they make it when they go on these talk shows and tell you, oh, I just went and got a Porsche or a Lamborghini and I rent it out for $1,000 a day and I make $100,000 just off that one car a year, just off that. It's not as simple. Okay, most times you get somebody, especially somebody young, to rent your car, they're gonna tear it up, they're gonna crash it. That's what a lot of people finding out that's been buying, you know, trying to do Toro. When you have a high-end car, you have to make sure who you're renting it to has the credentials to fix the car and all that type of stuff if they damage your car. Okay? I know a couple people that make money off of Toro, but they rent low-end cars, economy cars. Okay? That way if anything happened with the car, it's no big deal. You know, they buy cars for maybe $2,500. All right, and rent them out, okay, for $50, $75 a day, okay, stuff like that. And if they get in an accident with the car, it's no big deal. You know, insurance will pay off. And you should deal with people that have their own insurance on top of it. All right. So you have to understand the logistics of everything. You know, a lot of people got into wholesale and lost their shirts with that. With wholesaling, if you want to scale, you might get 1, 2, 3 deals, easy peasy. But with wholesaling, when you try to scale wholesaling, you're gonna spend like $2,500 on average to acquire one wholesale deal that you might only make another $5,000 or $10,000 on it. Maxwell told you guys this. He spent about $2,500 to get a deal, but he's lucky if he make $5,000 or $10,000. Okay? Because as you scale, you got to hire people, you got to pay that overhead, you got to advertise and all that type of stuff. All right? So, you know, now if you grind hard on your own, like Maxwell, he grind hard on his own the first year, he made that money. Okay, he made almost $1 million in 1 year by himself because he was grinding hard. But again, wholesaling got saturated. It's not to say it's no deals out here. There's plenty of deals out here. But it's one of those things that got saturated, and people are getting into wholesaling and don't even know real estate. You have to know real estate. You have to know real estate laws and rules. Okay, these people are selling you all this stuff about wholesaling, and to people that don't even know real estate. You have to know real estate laws and rules. Okay, all of what I'm telling y'all is what I found out for myself, trial and error. Okay, that's why a lot of states now require you to have a license, be a broker, if you want to wholesale property. If you want to do that as a complete business model, you have to have a real estate license. Now, if you do 1, 2, 3 deals, you happen to have a deal, somebody brought it off for you, you did a double close or whatever, or got transactional funding, fine. But if they find you're doing this as a whole business, like you're a wholesaler as a whole business, they want you to have a real estate license by that point. Okay? So all this easy money stuff, y'all thinking y'all was going to get and all that type of stuff, that's a wrap. It's over. Okay? What y'all have to realize is that the average person is not going to become a millionaire over 1 year or that fast. And if they do, that y'all don't know what they've been through before. Like Maxwell, he been preparing when Max Maxwell always told you guys, he always been a businessman. He's always tried different businesses. He just needed another opportunity at another business. So when he found wholesaling and he actually got a check for $14,000, he like, boom, I'm back. He was like, Watermer in that movie Trading Places and his brother, they're like, Watermer, we're back. You know what I'm saying? So he went all in because he already knew real estate. He already had a property management business. That's why he was successful his first year at wholesaling. Most people never had a property management business or did any type of real estate business. So you coming into real estate not knowing anything. Max Maxwell already had a background in real estate. He already had a background in real estate. H. Ross Perot didn't become a billionaire in 1 year overnight. H. Ross Perot already had business skills that he just needed an opportunity of a business that would make $1 billion. As soon as he recognized that this business could make $1 billion or more, he invested and he made that $1 billion. So y'all don't see the before of what people went through, and then as soon as they found the opportunity, boom, they jumped on it. Even myself, I'm successful because I actually been in real estate since I was 21. I tried real estate. Well, I not been in it. I tried real estate when I was 21. I bought Robert Kiyosaki course. Then I tried again when I was 31. I bought another Robert Kiyosaki course. Okay, then I tried wholesaling. I did a few deals with that, and then I'm like, but actually, I bought land even before I started wholesaling. So my journey actually started to where I was homeless or houseless, I should say. Okay, and I was sitting under a tree in the park, and I'm like, you know what? I'm on somebody's land. If I could just get a piece of land, I'm okay living in my truck. I just want to be somewhere that I could call my own. I was tired of renting, and I vowed to myself I would never rent again. I vowed to myself I would never rent again. Okay, I wasn't thinking about fucking and sucking, and I ain't got no house to bring no woman to be fucking and sucking and all that type of shit. I just knew I needed my own shit. Okay, a lot of you guys, you want to buy cars with rims and to get women and all kind of foolishness to get women. You need to focus on a place of your own to live. Okay, all this fancy trinkets and fancy rims and Jordans and the way y'all going on in these times, oh my God, like it's crazy, it's ridiculous. Anyhow, you guys have to realize becoming a millionaire for the average person takes about 10 years. It takes about, even if in the 9th, 10th year you make $1 million, the other 1 to 8 years, 8-9 years, you were preparing. That's what's going on with me. I'm getting ready to hit my first million probably in the next few years. Well, not probably, definitely within the next few years. Okay? But I've been preparing this whole time since 2017. The universe been preparing me. So when y'all see me with a brand new Rolls Royce, Mercedes Benz, whatever, I didn't just do that instantly. The universe, Creator Balance Universe, been preparing me for that since 2017 and even prior. But I buckled down in 2017 and I was like, I'm not renting anymore. I'm gonna live in my automobile and I'm gonna save money and I'm gonna do what I need to do to acquire assets. Because I realized I needed an asset and I needed land was the main asset. Because I needed somewhere to live and I wanted to plant trees all around my land and grow food. Okay? If most people just downsize now, stop with the eating out all the time, stop with the shopping, buying excessive clothes all the time and all that type of foolishness, if most people just kind of downsize to a minimalistic lifestyle and save their money, even if you made $10 an hour and it's just you and you have 2, 4, 5 babies, Okay, number one, I already know nine times out of 10 you get food stamps and Section 8. But let's say you're not, okay? And you make $10 an hour and you got to feed 2, 4, 5 babies. And well, let me take it like this. I know a lady right now, I know people right now, people call me. She got 3 babies living in her automobile. She door dashes. Like I told her, she said she make 20 something hundred a month. I said, ma'am, you make enough to buy land. You make enough to buy land. She's like, how? I'm like, get in the mastermind. You know, $10. You can pay $10, pay $10 a class and get in the mastermind. As low as $10 a class and get in the mastermind. But my prices are going up now, so it's not going to be $10 anymore. It's going to be more like $25 a class. Get in the mastermind. You can do a lifetime mastermind, start with $444, or you might say, Dragon, I feel you, but I don't have time. I have a $777 package, $999 package, $2,500 package. To where I do everything for you. You don't have to do anything but show up with your money to pay for your land. And I even set up your Airbnb account. So let's talk about that. When you get in the mastermind, it's not just learning real estate and land, okay? It's also business. I teach you guys business. I teach you guys how to set up your trust, or we set up your trust for you. I teach you guys how to set up your Airbnb accounts, or we set it up for you, depending on which package you get. Okay, I teach you guys how to get your EIN number, or we set it up for you, depending on which package you get. Okay. So my thing I always said when I started teaching, when I learned enough to where I could start teaching, number one, I'm gonna make lifetime memberships, and I'm even gonna make one-time courses to some people that just want a taste of it. Okay, I'm gonna have something for everybody. All right, that's number one. Number two, I'm gonna get to the nitty-gritty in real estate. The nitty-gritty in real estate. Okay, this is the thing about it. What nobody's telling you. Everything is movable or can be stolen. A house is movable or can be stolen. This watch is movable or can be stolen. This truck, when you finance an automobile, you got to have insurance and all that type of stuff because somebody can steal your automobile. Land is the only thing, okay? Land is the only thing nobody can steal. Physically, you cannot take the land and stand up with it and walk away with it. Now, people have always stole land on paper and fought wars, okay, to purchase land. To steal land. People always stole land on paper or killed the people on the land and stole the people land that way. But actually taking a physical land, no, you cannot do that. If you want to steal land, you got to kill the people or steal it on paper. That's the only way to steal land. Land is immovable. Anything else you want to steal, money, anything else you want to steal, you can pick it up and walk away with it. That's why you have to have insurance. That's why everything is a liability. That's why some gurus will tell you a house is actually a liability. But you're like, how's a house a liability? Everybody talking about a house is an asset. The property is the asset. The land is the asset. The house is the liability. They're not explaining it to y'all like this. The land is the asset. The house is the liability. For example, I told my student, if you go to New York right now and you bought a house, a brownstone is like $1 million, okay? And then you say, dang, $1 million, all right. But you go to a builder and say, hey, how much it is to build me a house? And the builder tell you about $300,000, which is a real number, to build a brownstone. And you're like, dang, $300,000, why do you want $1 million for it in New York? Because you're in New York, you're paying $700,000 for the land. You're paying $700,000 for the land. Miami, Chicago, any major city, you're paying $700,000 for a little itty bitty piece of land. Okay? The land is the asset. The house is the liability. A hurricane could come and blow the house down. Okay, a hurricane could come and blow the house down. All right? What? The insurance got to come pay to rebuild the house. The house is a liability for everybody. Even you having all your valuables, your family memorabilia, everything in your house. You know what I'm saying? A fire happened in your house, that means you lost everything. But the land is still standing there. A lot of people tell you, some of you live somewhere that caught on fire or a hurricane came and blew it down. Okay? The house is gone, everything in the house is gone. The car was in the garage, the car got burnt up too. What's still standing there? The land. The land is the only thing still standing there. The same land been here for 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, since eternity. Will be the same land that's gonna be here for a millennium, forever, for eternity. When we all dead and gone back to the earth, this physical body, the land is gonna still be here. This land is not going anywhere. The land is the asset. The land is the asset. Okay? Now, with that being said, when you start off with land and you deal with private lenders, any private lender will finance land for you, will give you the money to buy land. Any private lender will give you the money to buy land because you can't possibly steal it from them. The only way you could possibly steal it from them is through paperwork or through killing them and forging the paperwork and stuff like that. That is the only way to steal land. That's why all these wars are fought and they out there killing people, is because they want the people land and enslaving the people on their own land. Okay? I'm telling you, if everybody came out here and just got them 1 acre land, it would be game over. There's enough land out here for everybody to buy and be able to afford 1 or 2 acres of land. But y'all just want to sit up there renting, throwing your money away every month. Okay? Buying liquor, beer, cigarettes, alcohol, weed, crack, cocaine, pussy, dick. Buying everything except land. Buying get rich quick schemes and shit like that. Okay? That's all most people want to do. Get rich quick schemes. If you had started by buying a little piece of land, I didn't have anybody. If we all had somebody to teach us how to buy a piece of land when we 16, 18 years old, even when we born, okay? Our family member bought us a piece of land, and time we 18, they said, here's your land. You could go buy a cheap piece of land right now for $1,000, $10,000 for your baby or your grandbaby. By the time they're 18, that land will probably be $100,000. That land will probably be $100,000, at least double to $20,000 to 2,000 if you buy it for 1,000, or double to 20,000 if you buy it for 10,000. At minimum, okay? At minimum. There is no reason, no excuse for y'all to be renting. Now, once you get your land, what you want to do, thank you, is you want to set up an Airbnb account. I'm telling you guys exactly what I teach my students. You want to set up an Airbnb account. Once you set up your Airbnb account, you're setting it up to start a camping business. All you're gonna do is set up a nice camping area for people to come park, camp, get a little fire pit, get some stones, You're on the land, so you have wood, all the free wood. Okay, you chop up some wood for them. Okay, you get your babies out there, y'all chopping up wood. Okay, and that's all you're gonna do is basically get the land ready to rent to campers. Okay, once you're making that money, thank you so much, sir. Once you're making that money, thank you so much. Once you're making that money selling to campers, what you are going to do is basically um, get the campers um, to start coming in regularly. Okay, and you're gonna make so much money that you're gonna take $500 of that money, and you're gonna go buy a trailer, travel trailer, or a cabin. Okay, these cabins you can buy now for like two, three, four, 500 down, two, three, four, $500 a month. Okay, and then you're gonna fix that up to now start a glamping business. If you go on Airbnb right now, you will see people doing this and charging 75 to $1,000 a night for glamping. Some of these tree houses and all that type of stuff, man, they charging $1,000 a night. It's a real business. It is a real business. I'm doing it. Y'all go look at my other videos. I ain't doing it. Okay? Once you're making money like this, and by the way, you don't need any water. You have in your ad that they need to bring their own water. You don't need electricity. You have in your ad that they need to have their own electricity situation, solar batteries, or a quiet generator. Okay. By the way, I just came from a bin store. I teach you guys how to go to the bin stores, and I just got some showers. I'm gonna turn these water hose things into showers. I got these for $1 a piece. So I'm gonna set up shower situations on my land, but not um, shower situation that I started with, because I started with people bringing their own water. But now that we are going to have water, we're getting water on the land. Um, Now I could set up a shower situation. Okay, so you're doing everything baby steps. All right, you are doing everything in baby steps. All right, within 2 years, you will have a fully, if you do everything I tell you, within 2 years, you will have a fully functional, hey, Erica S., you will have a fully functional business within 2 years. Okay? That you could quit your job, if you're making enough money, but you can definitely do what? Do another one. Once you have your first land fully functional, making money, boom, you go start another one. Okay, and another one and another one. Once you have like 10 properties, 20 properties, within 5-10 years, you are a millionaire. I'm telling you guys, this is what I'm doing, and this is the route that I'm on. But one of the things that I realized that you guys just refuse to do is to live minimalistic. You are gonna have to give up, and all these gurus, these real ones, is telling y'all are gonna have to give up certain things in life. You're gonna have to give up the weed, the cigarettes, the alcohol, the eating out, the buying pussy, buying dick, fucking and sucking, buying fancy cars. You're gonna have to get an old pickup truck, which is what I recommend. Old SUV or pickup truck or station wagon. I got a buddy. He had got some property. His mom actually gave it to him when she passed away. Old house, probably ain't worth but $10,000. He had an old station wagon, old Volvo station wagon. He rebuilt that house. He rebuilt that house so beautiful to the point now that house is worth like $1 million. Over 30 years he been working on that house, doing add-ons to the house, all kind of stuff, everything luxury in the house. Now that house is worth $1 million. Okay, over $1 million. All right, I'm telling you guys, one of the ways to become wealthy, they say, if you want a guaranteed $1 million, buy $1 million house and just pay it off. Buy $1 million house and just pay it off. Or buy a house that you know be worth $1 million in 10, 20, 30 years and just pay it off. Or buy some land and build it up to $1 million. Build it up to $1 million. Keep putting in the infrastructure and everything you need to put in to make it $1 million property. I believe in buying the land and building it up to $1 million property. That way, you're not buying $300,000 or $1 million property, lose your job, lose your income, and now you're gonna lose the house, the whole property. You know, you buy a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 property, you can pay it off easily. You know, while you're making your payments, you're putting in the infrastructure, you're making the property nice, wonderful. You know, 1 year you put in your foundation, the next year you put in your plumbing, the next year you put in your electrical. Before you know it, after 10 years, you done paid off your land and built the whole house. Built the whole house, now your whole property worth $100,000 to $1 million. Especially if you do what I tell you and have the property cash flowing for you through Airbnb, HipCamp, and all these other websites. I'm giving you guys the whole business right here in this video. And I'm going to leave this video up. I'm giving you guys a whole game right here in this video. But if you want me to hold your hand, you want the technicalities, you want to know everything you need to do for your due diligence, I'm telling you, get in my mastermind, man. Get in my mastermind. When you call, you're going to get me. You're not going to get anybody else but me. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. When you call, you are going to get me. All right? Like I said, I got a package for everybody, from $25 a class to lifetime membership for $444 to I'll just go ahead and do everything for you for $777 if I could do it virtually, to $2,500, $2,588 if I gotta physically go out to the property, fly out, drive out, all that type of stuff. You know, if I gotta do all of that, that's you know, $2,588. Okay, you gotta pay my expenses for all of that. All right. For everybody, just let me know your situation. I'll let you know what package I can put you in. Let me know your situation and your budget, and I'll let you know what package I can put you in. Okay, I got a package for everybody. I don't care if you make $10 an hour. You can buy land. I don't care if you got child support, judgments. Everything's gonna go in a trust. Everything is gonna go inside of a trust. I don't care if the Fed's after you. I don't care if you're in prison about to get out. You can still do this. You can still do this. I got a student right now in jail. He gets out in March. He calls me like once a month, once every 3 months. I got a student right now in jail. Okay? I'm telling you guys. If you guys go back on this channel right here, 9-10 years ago, my first original channel, original videos, they're still up there. I got a video titled my first property I got for $350 down. It was a $9,000 property. It was 1.25 acres. I put $350 down and I took off from there. Now that same property worth like $80,000. This is back in 2017. I got it for $9,000. Now that property's worth $80,000. All right. Now I sold it early, way too early, for like $16,000. Two things I should have kept on to: that property, and I should have kept on to my Bitcoin that I had. If I just did that, That I would have $80,000 property and $100,000 in Bitcoin. That's $180,000. That's $180,000 just for those two assets. $180,000 because I bought Bitcoin when it was $700. If I only did that, if I only did that, okay. But I'm still there. You know, my net worth is over $250,000. I have over 30 some properties. You know, me and the wife, we got another property we purchasing. We're about to close on. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. I'm financially free. I can do what I want when I want. I still do a little work, contracting work. Emma still works a little bit, but we don't work a whole lot. You know, in the next year, 2 years, maximum 3 years, you know, we're gonna completely give up, you know, our professions and just be focused on our business, our land business. Okay, you guys can do it too. You guys could do it too. I'm telling you, you guys could do it too. It's not hard. It is not hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. All my students will tell you the same thing. They're just amazed. But you don't know what you don't know. And then your mothers, fathers, especially if you're over 40 years old, you should be blowing up my phone. I'm gonna tell you guys straight. If you're over 14 years old, you should be blowing up my phone because you've already lived long enough. If you're over 40 years old and don't have a pot to piss in, you've been throwing your money away all your life, you should be blowing up my phone. You know, you're still renting, you know, you don't have a pot, you know, you're in a worse situation than you was when you was 18, 19, 21 because now you got bad credit, you know, you got all these babies you gotta feed, you done live life, you done had niggas ran through your coochie, you done had all type of females, you know, on your yin yang. Like you in a worse situation than somebody fresh out the gate. Somebody fresh out the gate, they could start credit fresh. You know, they could start, you know, having a family, you know, the right way. You know, a young lady ain't got a bunch of dudes done ran through her, you know, so she could find a dude that want to marry her and she's not a ran through. You know what I'm saying? Young guy, he could start off fresh. He could work the land with his physical body. You know, he could get him a nice young lady that don't think he's a man whore and things like that. You know, young people, they way ahead of the game. If you over 40 and you done fucked up your life, you should be blowing up my phone. My phone or somebody like me phone. Okay? I'm telling you guys, there is no reason for anybody to, over 40 especially, to be missing out on what's about to be one of the greatest wealth transfer, if not, in my opinion, the greatest wealth transfer in history. If you guys don't invest now, and if you don't invest now in land in particular, you'll never be able to afford land. They say what's about to happen is, and I've been telling you guys this, it's about to be a great downsizing. A great downsizing. So what's going to happen is people living in $1 million homes, if they're not financially, people that are not financially savvy, you know, they middle class, they're not financially savvy, they haven't been investing. They make $50,000, $100,000, $250,000 a year. All these people about to lose their jobs. They're about to lose their jobs, okay, which means they're about to downsize, go back to living with family members, auntie, uncle, cousins, their offsprings, or living in their automobiles. That's what's about to happen. That is what's about to happen by 2030. Okay, by 2030, that is what's about to happen. It's a slow boil going on right now. Nobody's feeling it. People living in apartments about to be knocked down to renting rooms. You know, we rent rooms now in our house, me and my buddy. Okay, one of the rooms, we got a whole family in there. They can't afford no $1,500 a month plus light, water, and all that type of stuff. You got the lady, her husband, and her baby in there, and her whatever animals, cat, whatever. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, it's already happening to people. You cannot afford a $500 a month car payment, $1,000 a month car payment, and $1,500 a month rent, light bill, water bill, your cell phone, food going through the roof. People can't do it. So everybody that don't have land, don't have assets, about to downsize majorly, and everybody with land, with assets, or that your land is going to keep up with inflation. So you're going to be making money. All your assets are going to keep up with inflation. The only thing keeping up with inflation is assets. That's the only thing keeping up with inflation is assets. Okay? That is the only thing keeping up with inflation. You cannot make any money and be a millionaire without assets. If you make $250,000, you're like, oh, I'm gonna save 200,000 of it because I could live off of 50,000. By the time you save them 200,000 1 year, it's not 200,000 anymore. It's probably 175,000. Okay, but if you take them 200,000 and you invest in land or something, that's still not 200,000 after 1 year. That's about 250,000, 300,000. You see the difference with investing? That is the difference between investing and saving. All right? I'm telling you guys. There's no reason right now, like I'm traveling right now, I'm on the road right now, and people are just in a rat race. You know, I know most of the people that are actually out here right now are just people that are going to work, coming from work, you know, in the matrix type of situation. All right. And you know, these people that spend 500, 1,000, $10,000 on gifts and party last night, bought some bottles and wine and all kind of shit last night, and now they're broke. Now it's January 1st and they're broke. They're gonna live off their credit cards and whatever they gotta do until they get the income tax money. Then when they get the income tax money, they're gonna go buy clothes, shoes, Jordans, used cars, or new cars, rent apartments, all that kind of dumb shit with their money. That's what people are about to do every year. I've been doing this 10 years. I've been preaching this 10 years. I've been preaching this. Well, almost 10 years. 2027 will be 10 years. I've been preaching this. And, you know, I've been telling people the same thing for 10 years. I haven't skipped a beat. You know, part of me wish I was scamming you motherfuckers, because people are so stupid. The amount of people that have fell for scams is ridiculous, because you want it fast and you want it now. Okay? You want it fast and you want it now, and it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Like I said, even with people that got it fast, you don't know they struggle. What, like that song? You don't know. That gospel song. Oh shit. you don't know what people been through that now put them in a position to where they're prospering. They got their harvest. It's like a farmer. You know, he gotta dig out them weeds. He gotta till the land. Man, farming is hard. Trust me, I'm trying it, and it's not easy. Right? You gotta stay on it. You gotta water your plants. There's so much you gotta deal with. You gotta keep bugs out your plants. You gotta spray pesticides and all type of stuff on your plants. You gotta make sure the bees pollinate your plants and your food. Make sure the rabbits don't eat up all your turkey your rabbits don't eat up all your carrots. You know, there's so much. But y'all just go in the grocery store and buy the food and eat it. And you might buy $100 worth of groceries, bring it home, only eat $50 worth and throw away the rest. Y'all so wasteful. People so wasteful. Y'all food to eat. Y'all don't even know what farmers go through to get y'all food to eat. People are so ungrateful and so entitled. So ungrateful and so entitled. It is ridiculous. Okay? I'm telling you guys. But that's what a farmer has to go through to have a successful harvest. This is what you got to go to have a successful harvest. You're going to have to go through it. I'm telling you. You're going to have to go through it. Everybody's getting from struggles and going through. One reason keep going through struggles is because you keep avoiding struggles. Keep trying to avoid struggles. If you want to be successful, you have to jump in the ring and fight and get knocked out and get knocked down. Okay? You have to get in the ring and fight and get knocked out and get knocked down. You cannot avoid struggles. You have to get in there and duke it out, fight it. And after being in there for so long, a year, 10 years, you're going to be a pro. You'll be a professional fighter. All right? Next thing you know, somebody offering you $1 million contract, $10 million, $100 million. Mike Tyson didn't just become a heavyweight champ at 21 years old or almost 21 years old. Mike Tyson had been training for 10 years, actually his whole life, because he was fighting in the streets. He was fighting in the streets. That's how they found him. He was in juvenile hall every month. He was fighting in the streets and robbing and stealing and all that type of stuff. Okay? He was hanging out with the real 50 Cent. The real 50 Cent, not 50 Cent the rapper, but the real 50 Cent. We used to rob and steal and stuff. You know, Mike Tyson didn't just become heavyweight champion of the world. He was training in boxing and being a student of the art for years, for 10 years. That's how he became heavyweight champion of the world, just shy of his 21st birthday. And the baddest man on the planet, in my opinion, still the baddest man on the planet. Everybody know he threw the fight. Everybody know he threw the fight. And we ain't mad at you, Mike. We not mad at you. Get your money, bro. We not mad at you. All right? But I'm telling you guys, the quickest entry point into real estate is land. It's land. That's the quickest way into real estate. Get your land. Get you some chainsaws, some bush hogs, some lawnmowers, some tillers, and go out there on your land. Cultivate your land. Clean your land. Okay? Do what you need to do on your land. Set up camping spots on your land. You guys gonna be surprised how many people are gonna be living in their automobiles by 2030. It's already happening. I mean, y'all already see it. I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina right now, and basically there are homeless people right here on the corner of Rayford Road and Cliffdale. There's a Walmart right here. When I first got to Fayetteville in 2019, I did not see one homeless person. Not one. There was not one homeless person in this town, in this city. Not one. Now, oh my God, it's probably hundreds, which a lot of them came here from up north. A lot of them came here from up north, especially when they had that foolishness going on with the riots and all that type of stuff from when Obama was president, when that George Floyd thing happened and all that type of foolishness. All right? People was rioting and all that type of foolishness. I'm telling you guys, more and more people are gonna become homeless, are gonna become houseless, if not homeless, are gonna be living in their automobiles, are gonna downsize from a nice 3-bedroom house to an apartment, a nice apartment to a trailer, you know, a trailer to, you know, a tent. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. If you don't downsize by choice now, you will be forced to downsize. You will be forced to downsize. That's what's going to happen. You will be forced to downsize if you don't downsize now. That's exactly what's going to happen. You have to downsize on your own now. And then, once you downsize on your own, then you are going to save your money, about $500 to $1,000, buy your first piece of land, okay? Cultivate your land, cut the grass, do everything you need to do on your land, even if it's just one other parking space. Start making money on that one other parking space or camping space. As you're making money on that, you make another camping space and another and another and another. Okay? And in the meantime, you're building equity. You are building equity. I'm telling you. And you're living on your land. The dumbest thing that I've heard this year, this is one of the dumbest things that I've heard this year, is somebody saying I could never live in an RV or a travel trailer or a trailer, a single wide, double wide trailer. What's wrong with it? What is wrong with that? Or living in a tent? What's wrong with that? In my whole life, I've never seen anything wrong with it. In my whole life. To the point that that's how I live now. And I could afford to go buy a beautiful, nice $300,000 house, probably $1 million house I could afford to go buy. But I love camping out. I love it. Get up with the animals, the sun, you're not trapped in a house. And y'all not never even in these houses that y'all buy. You work 12, 14, 16 hours a day. And I'm calling it a day because that's what it is. You in a daze. That's what they call it. That's why they say they call it days and week. You work 7 days a week because you gotta be in a daze for 7 days, and by the 7th day, 7 days is called a week because you're weak. And then they call it a weekend because you're weekend by the weekend. And every night you say you go to bed. We got flower beds. Flower beds are for dead people. Then when you get up, you say you wake up. Wakes are for dead people. Then you say you earn money. Earns are for dead people. You know, earns you put dead people in. You're speaking a whole deaf language on top of it. Then you live. I'm a builder. I'm a contractor by trade. You guys living in these houses that's not even worth it. I'm telling you, these houses are not even worth it. A lot of you buy these houses, brand new houses, and then you find out that the builder used the cheapest materials, all this type of stuff. It's a lot of these houses being built right now where I'm at, and people are having to go back and sue the builders or get with a contractor to fix problems that the builders fucked up. Okay? Anyhow, get in my mastermind, man. Get in my mastermind. I'm telling y'all, 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Get in my mastermind. All right? Showing up at my next gig right now. And stop and get something to eat. Just was up in Raleigh doing my first gig of the yay. I call it yay, y'all call it days. I call it yays. And I went to the bench store and got some stuff for the ranch. And stop and get some lunch. And then go to my next gig. But y'all get in the mastermind, man. 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. Love you guys. Peace.